Gun Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, from its truth and sincerity. Shalom. This video I want to go into this article on endtimeheadlines.org, and this is going into how China, is going to implement something very soon that it's going to be a forerunner towards what's going to happen upon the earth. And it's going into how free speech is going to be taken away, how China is going to check every single comment and thing that has been posted on social media before actually allowing it to be posted. Which that is a way to take away free speech. And what they're actually doing by doing such thing is trying to steer direction of what people are only able to watch and see. Because if you have a certain thing in your mind that you don't want the masses to know about, you're going to try to do everything within your power. And they do have the power over there in China, man. The Chinese authority has the power to put that force upon the people, to put that rules or regulations within society. And if they want the masses to be steered in a certain direction in their mind, checking every comment and making sure that it's not against the way that you want your society to behave and think, it ain't gonna take such things away. So the title of this article is China will soon review every single comment before it's published on social media. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a forerunner considering the things that are coming upon the whole earth. And this links up with biblical prophecy because it is spoken about in the book of Amos how there's going to be a famine of the word, which we are speaking against, this kingdom, the ways of how this society is being set up. So in order for them to suppress us, they're gonna make sure that the things that we're gonna publish are gonna be checked first, or are gonna be taken away very rapidly, or they're gonna make sure that we're able to that we're going to have a hard time upload the information that we want to bring up. Which YouTube right now is doing that already. That's why there are multiple platforms being used by the brothers, starting off with the other apostles, of course, in GMS, such as Odyssey, BitChute. Those are media outlets that are able to be used by brothers to bring out information with less censorship. But the article reads, China may soon review every single comment before it goes out on social media, sparking fears of further censorship in a country that already has one of the world's most restrictive media environments. And if you look at it from a grander scale, China has a social credit system. And that social credit system is also, in some shape or form, they want to plan it in Italy as well. So it says social credit system. The social credit system is a national credit rating blacklist being developed by the government of the People's Republic of China. The program initiated regional trials in 2009 before launching a national pilot with 8 credit scoring firms in 2014. And the way that they are able to do such a thing is by the technology that they have. They're able to monitor every single citizen in China with visuals, with being able to scan their body movements to determine who it actually is that is crossing the pedestrian street. Even if they're walking, through red, it's going to be noticed by the cameras, and it is going to influence the social credit system because that makes you not a good citizen in their eyes. So if China is the forerunner with the social credit system that Italy is, planning on also implementing, how much more is what China is doing with the reviewing every comment, that's being put on social media. How much more is China going to be a forerunner for that? You know, um, let me see. See what it actually goes into. So this is part on reward and punishment. It says, according to the Chinese government's 2015 plan for implementation, the social credit system was due to be fully implemented by 2020. Once implemented, the system will manage to reward and punishment for businesses, institutions, and individuals on the basis of economic and personal behavior. Punishments for poor social credit include increased audits and government inspections for businesses, reduced employment prospects, travel bans, exclusion from private schools, slow internet connection, exclusion from high prestige work, exclusion from hotels, public shaming. You see what's going on in China. The people have I say that, no freedom whatsoever. So no freedom whatsoever also means no freedom of speech. Reward for positive social credit include less frequent inspections and audits for businesses, fast-track approvals for government services, discounts on energy bills, being able to rent bikes in hotels without payment of a deposit, better interest rates with banks and tax breaks. These are a couple of things that you know coincides with the social credit system. Yeah, let me read this quick. It, Italian city plans controversial social credit system. The Italians could be rewarded for good behavior, but questions have been raised about how legal the whole project is. Italy's seventh largest city, Bologna, plans to introduce a social credit system to reward citizens' good behavior. But critics warn of a potential dystopian scenario such as the one seen with China's controversial social credit system. The state of the Emilia-Romagna region is developing an application that would reward those who demonstrate desirable behavior with so-called social credits. These behaviors coincide with general moral norms. Citizens can earn points, for example, by following traffic rules, for optimal energy consumption or selective waste selection. You see, which is a similar form to what China actually has. It shows you that the things that's happening in China, is a forerunner for other cities, and now they're trying to implement it in Italy, which that is a very Western society, and it's also a test to see how these people are behaving, once this being implemented. But going back to the article, it says on Friday, China's internet watchdog published a new set of draft rules on its website, instructing content platforms to review all online comments before they are published and to report any illegal and bad information found to the authorities. You see, that that's what going on. So if things are being spoken in a negative way from the authorities or the society, you know, that's the future that we're heading into. The new rules are designed to safeguard national security and public interest and protect the legitimate rights and interests of citizens. The notice read, adding that the public can provide feedback on the regulations by July 1st. But the regulations have yet to be implemented. China's Chinese social media users have already expressed concerns that their online space for free speech will be further eroded. According to the South China Morning Post, draft regulations in China are usually passed without major revisions. On the Twitter like Weibo platform, the hashtag comments will be reviewed first and published has received more than 35.2 million views. I can't imagine what it will be like to see only one particular voice of opinion. Will people think that in real life that there is only a single voice? The Weibo user wrote. That's what I just spoke about. You're gonna have a certain mind frame that that the masses have to be in according to the government. Otherwise, there might be influence to overthrow the government or disturb the mind of people to create sedition and rising up against the government. That's why they want to cut that shit right off. He said content platforms in China actively censor online posts that are critically of the government or which are deemed politically or culturally sensitive, such as posts complaining of the food shortages in Shanghai amid the city's brutal COVID lockdown. However, online comments are traditionally less closely monitored, according to the MIT Technology Review. Without providing details, the outlet said that there have recently been several awkward cases where comments on the government Weibo account went rogue, pointing out government lies or rejecting the official narrative. So yeah, this is Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices, which that goes into the tricks that are being pulled upon this earth by those in authority. And the physical counterpart of Satan, the so-called white man upon the earth. But we know what they're doing, man. They are trying to establish their new world order in which you owe nothing, but you're going to be happy. And you're going to be under a lot of surveillance. You don't, you don't own your life no more, man. Because they want to establish that new world order in which the mind of the people are only directed one way. We know what they're doing, man. We know what they're doing, and we're bringing it out, man, because the Most High is making sure that the servants, the prophets, starting up with the elder apostles, Jesus on down, bringing this information to warn the people as well. With the people, I mean our people, the Israelites. Look at Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahawah will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret to his servants the prophets. So the servants the prophets, Yahawashi, they know what's going on because the Most High is revealing it unto them. And they're revealing it unto, the masses. But these are things that are breaking down strongholds. These are the things that are breaking down the lies of this society. These are the things that Esau doesn't want to happen, because they want to be in authority. They want to continue ruling, man. They don't want to be subject unto us, because they understand once their kingdom is going down, that we're going to be the next one in authority. They also know what's going to happen with them. Those that are in the elite circles, This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. What is the Most High eventually going to do? He's going to take away servants of prophets of the streets, because then we are done with teaching and spreading this word. After that moment, the prophecy that we spoke about are going to come to pass, back to back to back. People are going to realize, like, hey, the man that were standing on the streets, whose life, we took, as a joke. We accounted his life for madness, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon. When that point comes, they're going to realize, like, that we have the truth, and that they need to come to us in order to know what's going on and to be aware of what's going to happen. That's why it says in the 12th verse, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahawah, and shall not find it. Because the Most High is going to take away his servants, man. He's going to take away his prophets. So there's going to be no more internet or access to the videos that we're making on the YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, whatever. That's not going to happen no more. And the servant of the prophet is not going to be standing on the streets teaching. Those days are going to be over. Verse 13, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Then they're going to desire to hear the words of Yahweh Bahasham and Rawchaa. It isn't going to be too late. You see. So what's happening in China right now is only a shadow of things to come. Basically, I could often make the joke, coming soon in a city near you. Because this is eventually going to happen, with the words of Yahweh Bahasham and Rawchaa, man. We're going to be restricted. We're going to be, how do you say that? They're going to try to silence it. But as it also says in scriptures, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 8, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, because what they think is actually that they're hindering us by silencing us, making sure that the videos and the things that we try to spread are not being spread. But by doing so, they're fulfilling prophecy as well. Because, like I mentioned in Amos chapter 8, this leads down to the famine of the word. That's why they're always monitoring us and seeing the things that we're actually talking about whether it's coming to pass. Like it also says in Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly say it, reasoning within themselves. So this is the ungodly speaking, starting off with Esau, Edom. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse. Let me start at verse 13. He professed to have knowledge of the Most High, and called himself the child of the Lord Yahawah. This is what we're doing. The real Israelites are proclaiming that we are indeed the children of Yahawashi and Rawchaa. So could Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But eventually, through the dispersion, also those that look like the other nations. But this lineage does go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Whether that's pertaining to you, looking like the nations, if this word, matches with your spirit, man. If you understand it and if you're down with it, if you can accept it. Verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeit. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed and make it boast that the Most High is his Father. And we do esteem them to be counterfeit because they are not the real people of the scriptures. Small heads are not the real Israelites. And we're trying indeed to not go into their ways, man, because they're the wicked, man, and they push a certain vibration upon the earth that goes against the scriptures, unrighteousness. He pronounced at the end of the just to be blessed. That's going to happen. The Most High said it, and it's going to happen. The Most High is not a man that he should lie. He swear by no greater thing but by his name. He gave unto us, starting with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the land of Canaan. He made with us a covenant. We shall receive everlasting life. We're going to be, we're going to have the first dominion. We're going to be the ones in authority. and make it his boast that the Most High is his Father. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. So here it says, let us see if his words be true. So they're seeing whether the things they were saying come to pass. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. And that's also going to be the moment that they're going to realize like they fucked up, because the moment that we're going to receive the kingdom, the moment that they're going to be put in chains. Verse 18, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. This is going to happen. It's going to happen in due season. But they're checking us out. They're checking us out, and they have whether it's algorithm, whether it's real people watching our videos, they have ways to examine us and to block the message that we're trying to send forth. Like I also mentioned, nothing they can do against the truth but for the truth. They're only speeding up prophecy that way. With that, I hope and I pray that this lesson was edifying. And I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, furnish truth and sincerity.